There's live yeast in there. I'm gonna take good care of it while it's rising. Don't forget about it, okay? Hey everyone, welcome back to Human Kitchen. My name's Shane, and today I'm gonna be walking you through how to make Cuban sandwiches. I'm cooking the Cuban sandwiches. I'm making pork from scratch. This food's gonna be so delicious. I can't wait to eat this food. So we're gonna start in our dough. We're gonna add all of our ingredients to a bowl by weight. We're gonna do about 480 grams of all-purpose flour. I highly recommend you use unbleached flour because that's what professional bakers always say to use. Then we're gonna add in 14 grams of sugar, 10 grams of salt, 1/4 ounce packet of dry yeast, or about 2 1/4 teaspoons, and 42 grams of lard. Then we add 283 grams of lukewarm water. And at this point, if you had a stand mixer, you should have put all of this in a stand mixer. I don't have one, so I'm gonna do this by hand. If you have a wooden spoon you'd like to use, you don't wanna get your hands dirty, it's fine. I prefer to mix my dough ingredients by hand. It's a bit of a habit I picked up from making sourdough. I also suggest that when you're making dough, if you're doing it by hand, use a ceramic, glass, or metal mixing bowl. It's gonna be much less sticky in that case. If you use a plastic bowl to mix your dough in, it sticks a lot more to the sides. So ceramic or metal is gonna make it a lot easier to pull off the sides of the bowl. We're gonna knead it until we have a smooth and supple dough. So once you have your dough formed into a nice supple ball, you're gonna transfer it to a lightly greased rising container. So apply a light coating of oil to your vessel and just kind of mix that. Spread that around the inside. Maybe get your hand coated so that way you can coat the dough just a little bit too. This prevents it from drying out while it's rising. You just transfer that and let it rise for about an hour or so until it's just before doubled in size, until it's nice and puffy. You don't want to let it overproof in this state, or let it over rise in this state, or your bread might be a little too light and a little too airy. So let it just about double in size just before that, in a nice, warm place, but keep it covered. It's been rising for about an hour. I'm gonna fold it in on itself. And we'll turn it over like so. We'll let that rest for maybe about another 30 minutes. And it's looking like it's right at about double in size, maybe a little less. So I think we're good to go. So now we're gonna deflate the dough. So to do that, we'll just remove it from the container, just stretch it out and kind of pat it down. And then we're gonna divide this into 6 equal pieces, because this is supposed to give us 6 rolls that are about 8 inches long. So we'll let these sit for 15 minutes. Shape each piece into a smooth roll about 8 inches long, slightly tapered at each end, and then place the rolls on a parchment-lined or lightly greased baking sheet. And it came out like this. And as you can see, that is not a good sandwich loaf.